Graphing a rational function. Here's a rational function where the polynomial in the numerator has degree 0 and the polynomial in the denominator has degree 1. So automatically this gives us a horizontal asymptote. This horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. So why don't we write that down? If you look at the degree of -6, which is 0, and then if you look at the degree of what? X minus 3, which is 1, we know that 0 is less than 1. It will yield a horizontal asymptote of y equals 0. The other thing you want to find is the vertical asymptote. Remember, finding the vertical asymptote involves looking for the domain. So we want the denominator, which is x minus 3. We don't want that to be 0. So that means x cannot be 3. That means we have a boundary line called a vertical asymptote, x equals 3. We'll draw that as well. Let's see here. Why don't we draw the horizontal asymptote as blue, right? Let's label that as the horizontal asymptote. We have a vertical asymptote, and we are ready to graph this function. We might want a t-table to organize your ordered pairs, and why don't we use green is not the best color, but we'll go ahead and attempt this. And 3, so why don't we try 1. Try x to be 1 here, and we try to figure out the output value. In this case, -6 over -2. It's -6 over -2, -6 over -2, and of course that is +3. What else do we have? We could try 2. 2, -6 over -1. That's just +6. We can also try 4. 4 here, -6 over +1, which is -6. And then 5, -6 over +2, -3. So we have 4 ordered pairs. We're going to attempt to graph that. A straight edge here would be very, very handy. So let's draw some axes here. We're going to need quadrants 1 and quadrants 4 to help us with our graph. And of course, we need to draw our vertical asymptotes as well. So, let's try to get those dots lined up. Graph paper certainly helps. I don't want green here. Why don't I go over this with black? Whoa, pretty. Let's try this. Okay. There's your x-axis. There's your y-axis. X, Y. Let's graph the horizontal asymptote first. It's right here. So I usually graph the asymptotes with dotted lines. How about a vertical asymptote? Our vertical asymptote is x equals 3. It's right there. So it's nice to draw your boundary lines first. Your vertical asymptote and your horizontal asymptote. Now we're going to plot some ordered pairs. 1, 3, right here. 2, 6. So I should probably label this. That's a 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. There should be a 6 here. We'll label that. We also have another branch where in quadrant 4. So let's do 4, -6. 4, -6. Well, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, And then right here, this is negative 6. Where's 4? 4 is right here, right? So 4, negative 6. And then we have 5, negative 3, right here. Now we play connect the dots, but follow along the your boundary lines or your asymptotes. So there's a branch like that. There's a branch here. There is another branch here. I'm also curious. I'm curious of the y-intercept. So remember, the y-intercept is when x is 0. Let's find out what that is. So when x is 0, negative 6 over negative 3, we get 2. Do we get 0, 2 in our graph? Yeah, we do. Look at that. There it is. So we got an extra. I shouldn't say extra. It looks like an extra ordered pair, but it's not. There's actually an infinite number of ordered pairs here as soon as you draw this green line. Okay. So when you connect the dots, you're actually drawing an infinite number of ordered pairs. And there you go. You got your rational function. Make sure you label things. You might want to label things in a t-chart, or you want to label things. You might want to label things right here, like actually on the graph. Another way to label would be simply put your ordered pairs on your graph as well. So this would be 4, negative 6. This ordered pair here would be what? 5, negative 3. This ordered pair here would be 0, comma 2. This ordered pair here would be what? 2, comma 6. So that's another way of labeling, or a t-chart would be adequate as well. Let's go ahead and circle your graph. This is what you should be drawing before you ever submit an answer into a computer. The best thing to do with graphing is draw it yourself.